Stranger Things series finale is finally here after a decade of the show. With such a strong start, does this season deliver what we all anticipated? Or did the Duffer sisters finally fumble the bag? Well, I can say this season has been absolute
dog shit,
with the best episodes apparently being the fruit sorcerer and the worst one being the bridge.
I don't like girls. Friends? No thanks.
Gay! I only assume it's Will's fault every single time.
Something's wrong with me.
You're gay!
Chapter 8, the fruit side up. We got the military here going to catch the Scooby-Doo gang. Kay here knows someone screwed up the gate, and she continues to do more useless things for this season. Murray says, let's get to work. But you know what? We needed Will Gayers here to come out before this.
I don't like girls.
11 and Mike have a heart-to-heart. Then they don't even kiss each other to say goodbye, even if shit goes to shit or anything like that. Or are they just friends together or what? Are they just butt buddies and that's it? Not even a smooch, not even a pecker on the cheek? Nothing? These military dudes want that 11 girl real damn badly. We got Holly and them kids sucking on Vecna Epstein's tentacle juices in here. God damn, more sucking on the tentacle juices. He's pumping them kids full of more swimming kids. God damn! Gotta be kidding me. As soon as I thought the sucking of the juices was over, they continue it. They just love them juices, don't they? Then we got the worlds merging here together because of Vecna Epstein dude and his cult of kids. Then we got Erica the chocolate queen and the teacher dude are just worried about the Scooby-Doo gang. The military dudes show up to the church and we got Kay the queen here, and I guess she wants to do something for once, I guess, in this season. I don't know what the hell she's doing, but she just gets out of vehicles and then walks around. And then she just looks angry as fuck all the time. Maybe she needs some D, or maybe she needs some tentacle juices. We got the lights flickering and Robin's scissoring sister has to see if she's okay. The other gang here splits up and we got Rambo girl Nancy here. Or should I say Ram girl. Hopper 11 and Scissor Sister Mocha Chick are going to that thinking tank. Now we got some flashbacks here, which is kind of nice. It's an added touch. Murray decides to turn on the lights here. Hopper and 11 talk, and it's almost like it seems to be their last talk with one another. And this is where she needs to make Vecna boy get the bye-bye turn it off in here. Then we got Buzz Lightyear with the fish lips getting into her fish tank. God damn! You can't make this shit up. They just do it to themselves every time. Will and Mike here talk, and Will is gonna tell Mike,
I didn't even understand it myself. I don't like girls.
You're gay!
Mike here saying he didn't know and he shouldn't have been a dumbass of a friend. And I thought, well, dude, why don't you get on a plane and get the fuck out of there? When bye-bye, turn it off somewhere else. Then he says,
Friends? No thanks. Best friends.
he wants to be best friends with him now? God damn.
why are you gay?
And I really thought Mike here didn't want to be friends with Will all of a sudden. Because he doesn't like
girls.
I really thought that. Like, they got me good on that. And I would have been like, oh, thank God he's not a fruitcake. But I guess they're butt buddies for life here.
Oh, that is so gay.
Looks like Mike went up first, but you know, he shouldn't have went up first. He should have let Will go up first because you know he was just looking at his booty hole. He's like, let me get a taste of that ass there, boy.
He's gay.
Robin's scissoring sister disappears and Max is alone here and she now can walk. And she's in her little dream state here. And she meets up with the other two scissor sisters. Dustin, Jonathan, and the rest of the gang here get on top of the tower. Vecna's world is coming to penetrate their world, literally. They got the rock things in there and it's coming down to just get it in. And Will is so goddamn happy because of it. Hopper and Murray have some banter here and there and he's hoping for the best. But you know, shit's gonna go down here. These tri-scissor sisters are getting into Vecna's mind, going through Henry's memories. We got some Inception bangs in here, and you know they were inspired by Nolan Boy. You just know it, and that's just how it works. They gotta do some Inception things to get to Vecna Boy. Just amazing. A dream inside another dream, or in this case, memories. Then Max here rambles on, and she doesn't shut the fuck up, and they gotta get this shit done fast, otherwise they're all going bye-bye, turn it off, for sure! The military is coming for Max at the radio station here. Kay, that queen, is coming for everybody, it seems. But she's still useless as shit. She doesn't say much at all. She just shows up with the resting bitch face. She's like... And that's it! That's all she does! The entire show! She doesn't do f*** all. This has got to be the worst character in this show by far. Besides Will.
Something's wrong with me.
Well, Will gets a pass because he's a fruitcake.
Why are you gay?
At least Robin's 69 partner hid herself and Max very well. Now the rift is not lining up with the tower and they need it stopped ASAP. The trio sisters are waiting for a moment, but the traveling sister group is a little too late and that tower is now coming apart. Then they finally move their booties and Fish Lips throws Henny out of the damn room! God damn, that shit was exciting as shit! I was at the edge of my seat as I was typing away. That shit was off the fucking chain! And they're stopping this kid cult from continuing, and it stops the worlds from merging. Then Steve here almost gets that bye-bye, turn it off! I'm like, holy shit! But nope, he's saved, cause you know, plot armor! This shit loves plot armor so damn much! Them Duffer sisters, Duffer bros, whatever the shit you want to call them, just love doing this shit. Plot armor for everything. No stakes at all. They're like, everyone's safe, guys. Nobody's getting bye-bye, turn it offs in here because they don't want to fully commit and make something that makes a drastic impact on this show. But okay, whatever. It makes sense, I guess. And of course, John Boy here saves his ass and Steve and Dustin hug. Well, at least they do hug. The only two I kind of really only care about, and that's about it.
You're gay!
The rest of them can go bye-bye, turn it off. And you know what? At least they're celebrating here that someone survived, I guess, because, you know, plot armor, right? Can't do anything without plot armor. And Holly here is just happy to see Max come back here. Rambo girl boss queen pops out, and she even looks like Rambo. God damn, what the shit? People weren't kidding when they said it looks like Rambo, and I'm like, yeah, damn. She went full into feminism because she loves that shit. And now they all start coming through the abyss, and they're all climbing and shit, getting into there and being like, damn, look at this damn world. It's a vacant essentially. There's no Demogorgons in here. Or, you know, the Demogorgon poo-poo heads. I don't know what the hell happened to those things, but they just, they decided to f off for a bit here. I don't know why they put such a big emphasis on Ram Girl here. It doesn't make a whole lot of sense. She's not like the main player here in any capacity. She just can shoot a gun, I guess, and that's about it. Other than that, she's still a woman, I guess. Or, you know, maybe she'll just whip out her cock. You never know. Anything can happen in the abyss, upside down, or wherever the shit these Duffer sisters want to do.
Excuse me, it's ma'am.
Epstein boy here is mad the trio Scissor sisters took them kids away from his Diddy party. This guy wanted to have a Diddy party for sure. And it makes you wonder what the hell he was gonna even do with all those damn kids after. What the shit was he gonna do with them? Gonna slurp more juices in them? Or maybe they just, all their energy just gets sucked out eventually. Who knows? Or maybe they get kids implanted in them. Like damn alien! And now he gets a hold of 11 here. Fishlip Squidward here is telling her them kids are smarter than you think. I gotta give her props for at least raiding this Epstein dude like the damn FBI in here. FBI, open up! But maybe they should raid the Duffer sisters, cause them guys are fucking weird as shit to do all this stuff with kids.
Ladies and gentlemen, we got him.
I'm tired of all this kid shit. It's just way too damn weird. For some reason, the first story they thought of was, hey, let's get some kids in here. Okay, that's not the first thing I think of. And these kids say, wow, this Vecna boy is the dark thing. And then Epstein here gets into Fishlip's mind to see his mocha sister helping her. Then them kids are running away from Epstein's house. I'm like, kids, run! Get the fuck out of there! And then Mocha's scissor sister chick says,
hello, brother.
For giving him the bye-bye, turn it off, and then she misses him! She fucking missed him! You gotta be kidding me! She just had to say, hello, brother, and then he disappears! You, what? Why did you have to say anything? You could have ended it right there. And she missed. She had one, well, maybe she had 2 damn jobs to do, and she couldn't get it done. Unbelievable! This Henry Epstein dude just won't die. Obviously. And he's got the real plot armor like the real Epstein, as clearly he didn't give himself the bye-bye turn it off either. Then gang here is walking into the abyss and they're just walking and chatting. We got a little more fluff in here. And then Will here looking at Mike like a damn snack. You know he just wanted to eat him up. He's like, damn, I want to eat him for dessert. Maybe he can lick my booty hole. And you know he wants to get them lip-to-lip action. Or maybe he wants to get Mike's lips on his starfish. Steve says,
Thought I was a goner back there.
but that's never the case when you have the Duffer Bros here. This is just another connect to one another and talk about their differences. And John and him are getting a heart-to-heart as well. And I'm just waiting for John to say,
I don't like girls.
because you know, Nancy here don't like him anymore like that. Steve and Jonathan talk about Nancy and
You know, she's independent. She's got to get out there. And
of course she is. And she's absolutely riding more dicks and becoming a single mom queen. You can't make this shit up. It's gonna happen. I guarantee you. If they continued the series, she'd be a single mom for sure. Or, you know, recently divorced, or maybe she becomes a scissoring sister.
How to scissor.
Or, you know, maybe she's gonna try some of the BBC.
BBC.
And now it's really funny that Robin's saying,
Hey, lovebirds.
it's really funny coming from the fruitcake herself. Or, you know, maybe they're all just gonna be fruit salad! And then they see the folded spider. And then you've got Derek here saying,
Save yourselves, you dumbasses!
then we got the trio scissor sisters and the kids are getting out of Vecna Epstein dude's damn mind here. Hopper sees some barrels here with herbicide or whatever the shit that is. And then he's in his dream state. He's seeing his kid get the bye-bye turn it off here. And you just know Vecna dude is playing with his damn mind. He then sees the truth of how Mocha Scissoring Sister and Fish Lips are gonna get the bye-bye turn it off when the bridge blows up. And then Vecna here just f***ing with Hopper. But you know, at least he didn't completely lie here. Just showed him a damn illusion and all that garbage. And then Hopper here shoots 11 and then he gives her the bye-bye turn it off. And then he breaks the glass and then she's okay. And then 11 looks at Hopper as, what the f*** did you do? How did you not know this was a dream state, bro? You should have known. Vecna Epstein dude was coming for you. You just know it's gonna happen. At least Vecna dude here has some solid plans. I'll give him that. And then poof, they all disappear and they're out of Epstein's dream state. And then we got Kay here and she finds Max and then Robin's scissoring sister. And they really search that secret room to find the Scooby-Doo gang's plan. And they're looking at all that shit. She doesn't even have to say much at all. She just has to look angry all the time. It's basically just an angry grandma coming to your damn house. Upset that she's not getting enough D! She might need some more vitamin D. Living in the upside down all this time, you know? Maybe she needs that. Then we got Holly here telling these kids what to do because they need to outrun that Henry dude. Scissor Sisters talk about what to do next. Then Hopper calls out 11 for going bye-bye turn it off, and that's fair. And Mocha's scissoring sister pulls a gun on Hopper and I'm like, what the shit? Has this bitch gotten bully Delulu in here? Then Hopper gives Fish Lips a heart-to-heart here and wants her to live. And that he'll detonate the place when she's safe. That's the way it goes. That's the only way he's doing it. And he just wants her to live. And that's fair. I'll be honest with that. And at least that was actually decently good in here. Hopper's a cool ass dude. So that's just my opinion though. But you know, I'd like to see more of him in here. But Not really, I guess. Murray says, we got company, and the military are rolling up. Holly and the kids head into the cave here. And I will say, they upped the pacing for this one. The last 3 episodes were kind of a slog to get through, and they're pretty damn slow, but they just crank the pacing in this episode. Especially this first part. I thought, holy, I'm trying to put all the stuff into you in my mind as to what the hell is going on. Because it's just super quick. I think this episode just needed to be a little bit longer. You know, that's just my opinion. Maybe they need to throw another episode in here. Just a thought. And of course, Derek has to catch up because he's a big chunks here and he can't run very well. And they make it all intense with Vecna coming after them. And then as Holly runs with Derek, and then she gets caught, and then she escapes him. And then Derek says the best line. He says, "Suck my fat one!" This kid is damn amazing. He's just a savage little fucking kid, isn't he? He's just so good. Just says the best shit ever. Every single time. And then we got Henry not going through the cave now. And at least they believe Holly for once. This little girl has been saying the shit from the beginning, but they didn't believe her. And now they finally do. They're like, oh, we're sorry. We fucked up. And then we got Rambro Girl and Mike have a heart-to-heart here. And he wants a damn gun for once. And then she gives him a damn flare gun. Well, you know, at least she gave him something, you know. But she's just holding on to all the firepower. Because she's gotta be the Rambo Girl Boss Queen. Will about to make this all about himself again. And he tells them,
I don't like girls.
Just kidding, he knows Henry is still alive. Will is always making things about himself every single time. You just know it. Henry here is really scared of the damn cave, and he has memories of when he gave this dude the old bye-bye turn it off here. Then Will yells again, and Henry gets through the cave, and Will says he's getting after them damn kids. And them damn kids should run, because Epstein here is ruthless. Robin tells the fruit sorcerer that he can use his powers of how he doesn't like
girls.
And then he's getting on his damn knees and getting ready to slurp some more chili dogs. Then what the f***, Will? Why you gotta do some weird shit in here? The military dudes entered the lab. Hopper and the gang are trying to leave, and there's blood and jizz in here. And I thought, what the shit is this? What are they doing in here? Then they use the sound frequency things, giving these scissoring sisters extreme pain from the scissoring. Then we got Hopper taking fish lips here, and he says, screw that mocha scissoring sister. You just knew Hopper did not like that chick, because nobody likes that chick. Number 8 can go bye-bye, turn it off for sure. You gotta love Hopper for doing that. He just said, bye bitch, I don't need to take you at all. F your shit. You wanted to make 11 go bye-bye, turn it off here? Nah, you can go and bye-bye, turn it off by that military, boys. Then we got the military here moving through the house of jizz, and then they find Mocha Cali Girl here. And then Hoppy here is giving the military the bye-bye, turn it off in here. And then boom, he gets knocked the out. And I thought, holy shit, this was intense. Things are going down. We got Holly, this queen, leads the kid group to escape through this mine shaft here. Military dudes go full crazy, wanting to know where Fish Lips is. He doesn't care too much about Mocha Scissoring Sister getting the bye-bye turn it off here. Because let's be honest, we're all kind of waiting here to get the bye-bye turn it off. And as soon as Mocha Scissoring Sister's about to get the bye-bye turn it off, Murray comes up with a plan to throw some explosives at the helicopter, and then that whole helicopter explodes and boom! Everyone is saved besides those military dudes. God damn, they just amped this shit up to f***ing 11! Then we got Fish Lips going full rampage mode, giving everybody the bye-bye turn it off in here. And then she gives this dude the bye-bye turn it off for good. God damn, that guy was annoying as shit. But too bad it wasn't Kay, cause damn, that chick is useless. Then we find out 11 Scissoring Sister is getting the bye-bye turn off. Thank God. Thank God she is. That was the best. That was the best thing that the Duffer Bros could ever do here. And it's just really about f***ing time. Somebody is getting the bye-bye turn off in here. Rambo Girl here is leading the charge, and they really only focus on her. And you just gotta be kidding me, Duffer Sisters. What is with this feminization? Why can't we make the men look cool too, you know? Or is this just about the Scissor Sisters? Henry goes down that mine shaft and Holly hits him, and then he just tosses her away like a damn salad! Then back to Henry's memory and Will feeling it too. And then we got Will looking at his hand as if it's Mike, because clearly he wants to kiss it. Murray here is excited to see Hopper and Fish Lips are still alive, and Homie missed to see Mocha scissoring sister. Well, she's short as fuck and nobody gives a shit about her. And Murray says he's sad about her getting the bye-bye turn off, but deep down, he doesn't give a shit either. This scene wants to be heartbreaking in a way and make you feel sad, but let's be honest, I felt pretty good here. Fish Lips wants a Vecna Epstein boy here, and now she has a heart-to-heart with Hopper again and tell him how much she appreciates him. And then they're showing us flashbacks of when the show used to be cool, and now it's
I don't like girls.
God damn it, Will, get the fuck out of here! He's gotta get the fuck out of here right now. He's just ruining everything. He ruins all the good moments. God damn! And then here it almost feels like a goodbye, and I hope there are some stakes in here at least, you know, to make this moment actually feel good instead of having Will ruin it or some shit like that. And then Fish Lips here wants Hopper to believe her that she's making the right choice for everybody. You know, it was pretty good. I will say, that was at least half decent here. These scenes between the OG characters are just good. Except for damn Will!
I don't like
Gay!
Then we got Henry viewing his memory, and now we're gonna see what's in that case. It looks like a damn lava rock or something, hitting a volcano or some shit. I thought, what the shit is this? And then Homie grabs it, and that Mind Flayer spider cock there took a hold of him, and then we got the Thanos of Epstein's here. Holy shit, this guy's higher than Epstein. God damn, can you believe that? That spider thing is all types of freaky. And then he's got powers like you wouldn't believe. And then he gives that homie the real bye-bye turn it off there. And Will sees all of this. And this is what the spider thing wanted him to forget. And it's been just using him. And I felt really bad for Henry Epstein boy. Just kidding, no I didn't. When Will says,
You're just like me, Henry.
and I was like, I don't know about that, homie. He may actually like girls. Or, you know, he might be a fruitcake too. But I think nobody's touched this snake in a while. That's why he's forcing his juices on kids! But, you know, at least Will touch Henry's snake as well. And it's also very true. The memes are just accurate with these two lovebirds reuniting as fruitcake lovers. Will takes the juices and Vecna bends him over. Will Gayers here tells him not to let the Mind Flayer win, and he doesn't care. He's allowing it to control him. And then he's just juicing, and I thought, what the shit is this? He's just unleashing them juices everywhere. Henry here, instead of joining the fruitcake boy, he joins the spider flare, and then homie here is crying. I'm like, why are you crying, bro? What is going on here? Just stop the crying. This group here gets chased by the 8-legged freaks, and Dustin almost gets the bye-bye turn off, but nope! We got plot armor! And they're all running and shit here, but you know they would have been absolutely toast here, but the Duffer Bros came in to save them. And then 11 comes here and throws a rock at that freak! Fish Lips is now the queen you don't f with, and she jumps inside of the spider's mangina taco! God damn! You can't make this shit up. They just make all this shit so goddamn weird in here. It freaks me the hell out here. Like, they just think of these weird ass ideas all the time. And then she releases Vecna Epstein here. And this is the boss battle we've been waiting for basically 10 years. We're just waiting for this shit. And it's really starting to feel like Luke and Darth Vader here. And then you'd have Will come in here and says,
I don't like girls.
God damn it, Will! Get the f out of here! Will's just got f up all the moments. Every single time! The Scooby-Doo gang decides who's the bait, and this Rambo girl independent queen says, I am. Of course she is. It just has to make sense like that. Because she's like, I'm the strongest. I'm the queen. I'm Rambo girl. Vecna and this 11 queen duel it out like Anakin and Obi-Wan here. God damn, what the hell is this? And then this queen shooting bullets like they may do some shit, but I guess she's just the bait. Jonathan the simp here wants to help Nancy, but she's f***ed. Then we got the Dark Knight Rises Bane Mold by Darkness here, because they doing all this smoke and shit, and I thought, holy shit, okay, this is some weird ass shit, but okay, we'll go with it here. And then this queen is outrunning that 8-legged freak. There ain't no fucking way. There ain't no way. This is plot armor central here. That's all this is. You know, at least make it somewhat believable, but they didn't even try. They did not try to make this believable at all. That's the craziest part about all this. They could have put them in situations where it made sense, but this doesn't make sense. That big ass fucking spider thing is not gonna just, I'm done with you. And then she's like completely fucked right here. And then amazingly she's saved by John and the Robin scissoring sister. And I'm like, there ain't no way. And then the group gets at this spider thing in the dumbest ass way. Then they're stabbing this 8-legged freak thing. And I'm like, okay, this is just, that thing could have just went plop, they're dead. Why would you go underneath it? That didn't even make any sense at all. But you know, the Duffer sisters love this shit. Fish Lips controls Vecna here and he's getting stabbed and he's like, wow, this is how Will would like to get penetrated by Mike! God damn! And then Vecna Epstein attacks Fish Lips here, and then Will the Fruit Sorcerer comes in clutch saying
I don't like girls.
You're gay!
get the hell out of here, Will! He's always coming and doing shit. He's always disturbing shit. And then he's not afraid anymore, and you just can't make this shit up. And then he gives Vecna's limbs here the bye-bye turn it off here. Yeah. Damn! And then Steve and Dustin just get out barely, because, you know, Duffer Bros directed this shit. And then we got the Mind Flayer, and he stops giving out his juices. And I thought, that's it? That's what happens in here? This wasn't even that long of a fight. We waited how long for this? Oh, how disappointing was this?
Oh, that is so gay.
This has got to be like one of the weakest fights I've ever seen. 10 years we waited for this, essentially. For a 5-minute fight. I thought that was completely weak. That should have lasted way longer. Extremely disappointing, I would say. I don't know how anyone could actually enjoy that. Both of them just stopped. And it was like, yeah, it's done now. It just seemed very rushed. And the crazy part was, there was no Demogorgon poo-poo heads that came to help Vecna Boy out. I thought it would have been really cool if the whole gang was fighting off the Demogorgons and stuff, and they were just getting picked off one by one, and everyone was just dying and shit. That would have been actually really cool. And it would have made the scene feel so much more memorable. People would have been in tears and shit. That's what I would have done. I would have made what the audience really wants to see. That's what they wanted. Not this sucking on some juices and Vecna here just gets the bye-bye turned off real quick here. Yay. I just thought that was lame as shit. It's really unfortunate, actually. And that's why I can see why a lot of people say this episode kind of sucked ass. It did!
Suck my ass.
And then we got Nancy and Fish Lips hugging it out. Then we got Holly sucking on the last of her juices here, and she didn't like them, and she spits them out. Thank God. No more swimming kids for her. And then Mike comes to hug. Maybe that didn't sound right. Not the comes. And now they're all laying all the kids loose. They all got tired of Vecna and the 8-legged freak's juices here. And that's the end of the juices. So sad. And then we got Vecna here, Epstein dude, feeling them juices real hard. And then Joyce has memories and they come back. And then she's like,
with the wrong family.
in front of all those damn kids?
Language.
And then you gotta be f***ing kidding me. And she gives this thing the bye-bye turn it off for once. Yay. And it all starts these memories and shit for everybody. And she just chopping that head off like it's damn wood. Until he really got the bye-bye turn it off in here for good. I was like, holy shit. At least they did something sort of cool. But I could see the Duffer Sisters here were thinking, oh, we need Joyce to do something at least, you know, instead of just saying, well, you got superpowers. You're the fruitcake sorcerer. That's basically all she did. She didn't do too much in here. But Duffer Sisters said, hey, we gotta get her to do something, so we're gonna get her chopping wood! And I thought their clothes in here should be, like, dirty as shit. And they all look like they're wearing Halloween costumes here. You think they would look extremely dirty and such, basically like they went to war essentially. But no, they're clean as shit. But of course this Queen Joyce had to chop that head off because that's the only way it makes sense for this feminized show. Hopper gets the message and this whole party is alive and well. Now they're gonna blow this place up to smithereens here. And then we got the music playing and it's Purple Rain or whatever shit, I guess. And now they're all happy and shit because there's not much stakes in this bitch. And of course the military is gonna fuck them up here. You can just see it coming for sure. The military, they just know what's happening. And then they think it's all easy sailing, but nope, these military dudes got them all surrounded. It makes you wonder, why did they go through the same place that they already went through? They obviously knew the military dudes were coming for them. I guess maybe they got high off of the success, I guess, that they did a good job. And pretty well everyone survived, except for 8, because no one likes 8. Just didn't make a whole lot of sense. Why wouldn't you go to some of like the other places or another rift or whatever to get back home? That would have made a little more sense. But they decide to go back to the same place where the military probably know where they are. It just didn't seem too believable there. And then we got Kay here doing some shit for once, I guess. And they're totally f***ed. And 11 escapes somehow and gets to the upside down again. I thought that was weird, because I thought they were all in the vehicle there. Fish Lips and Mike go into the Zen state and says this won't end if she stays alive. And he's just begging for her to stay alive. And you know, the acting is amazing.
Please don't do this. Please don't do this.
And now they're just crying and shit. And I'm thinking, just kiss already.
Just do it.
And now they're doing some memory shit when this show was actually cool. And then we got Will, who...
I don't like girls.
God damn it, Will! Get the f*** out of here! He's just ruining the show. Every time something at least cool happens in here, Will has to show up. Get his ass the hell out of here. And then now back to it. They kiss finally. Then they get out of the Zen state here and everything slows down and they all just screaming and shit. And Mike does this weird ass scream and holy shit, that really got me good. That was just way too funny. And then the song ends and boom, the upside down gets the whole bye-bye, turn it off in here. And I thought, holy shit, this is where all the money went. And it went to them Fish Lips! Now we got Fish Lips getting the bye-bye, turn it off forever, and she's gone. It's just like how Jonathan Kent went bye-bye, turn it off in Man of Steel! And they all look in complete shock. It's over. Finally over. It makes you think, what was the point of Kay in here? She did absolutely nothing. Absolutely nothing. I'm tired of this shit. Holy balls. You gotta be kidding me. Why would you introduce a character new to this season and she does nothing? You gotta be kidding me. You have to have a reason to bring that character in. Otherwise it doesn't make any sense. Maybe they want to do some spin-off bullshit with her or something. I don't really know. But as far as I can say, this was stupid. Her character is so damn dumb. I don't know what the Duffer Sisters were smoking. And now we got 18 months later and they're fixing Hawkins here. And they're all free all of a sudden? They're doing good now? We get the end of the storyline of the military? They didn't want to wrap up the military storyline or anything? As to what the hell they were doing with all the shit and experimenting, having a whole base in the Upside Down? It doesn't make a whole lot of sense to me overall. I think I was getting to the point where it just seems like the Duffer Sisters really got tired of making this show and they wanted to just end it. Basically like how Game of Thrones season 8 went. They just kind of wanted to just end it. And this is what happens when you just lose steam and you just want to end things and move on. Maybe they should have allowed someone else to do this, you know? You don't have to do everything, Duffer Sisters. Then we got Robin, the Scissoring sister, running her f***ing mouth again. God damn! Maybe she could at least talk about licking tacos in here or something.
You're gay!
You know, something. But she just rambles on and on and on. It gets so damn tiring. I guess Steve off and now he's coaching a baseball team. I thought, okay, that's cool. Robin continues to talk and my god, they're graduating, I guess. Damn, I even forgot about that shit. Max here on her skateboard again, and Lucas the chocolate shows up and wants to deliver Max that BBC. You know she wants the BBC. Dustin and his mom are crying and shit, they're taking pictures and stuff. Will the fruitcake is graduating and Hopper is a cop again. Jonathan's screwing up photos and shit, because he's good at that. Joyce gets a call saying Mike is missing. Homie is just reminiscing about yelling. God damn, it really affected Mike here. Hopper shows up to see Mike and he's still upset Fish Lips got the bye-bye turn it off here. Hopper giving solid advice to Mike to get over it and live life again. And I don't blame him here. This really reminded me more so of season 1 and I was like, damn, I missed that shit. Because we actually had some good acting, some good lines, and it meant a whole lot. And now they're graduating and shit. And I thought, holy shit, Rambo girl here is looking like a girl boss with short hair. And I thought, what the hell is wrong with them? And I guess them wheelies are all good here. I don't know why they cut their hair here. I thought that was weird. That's what them feminists do. So maybe don't do that shit. Don't cut your long ass hair. Please don't. Doesn't make you guys look good. Sometimes it can, and most of the times, not so much. Mike shows up to the graduation, and Dustin here is a valedictorian, and Will the Fruit is just happy. Dustin tells the truth about how things are shit, and Dungeons and Dragons is the best, and he loves that Hellfire group so goddamn much. And his speech goes on and goes off and says, screw the school, that shit is gay shit. School is for fools. And now they're all celebrating that shit, and I thought that was great. Then we got Mike here reminiscing again about Fish Lips, and he's thinking, wait, that doesn't make sense how Fish Lips got out there into the Upside Down all of a sudden. And I thought, yeah, I couldn't agree more. It doesn't make a whole lot of sense to me either. And then we got the whole gang here reunited once again. Stacy here is like, damn, you're badass, Dustin. And she's inviting him to a party. And Mike is like,
no, screw that. I got a better idea.
And you just know they're gonna play Dungeons and Dragons. Just like how the first episode started in this whole show. Steve, John, and Nancy and Scissor's sister reunite here. I don't know what happened to Robin's scissoring sister. I guess she just disappeared. And we basically got 4 single people here. Crazy, you know? And then Nancy here looking like a 40-year-old mom or something. And I thought, okay. And then Steve is teaching and shit. Nancy took a job at the Herald and she wants to be a queen. And she decided to hang up the Rambo girl for once. Okay, that makes sense. But, you know, she's gonna be a single mom for sure. Robin looks like 40, not 27 or whatever age she is. God damn, I don't know what the hell happened to her, but yeah. Shit went wrong. Robin goes off on how she misses them and they're all crying and shit. Well, it basically was a goodbye to their characters as actors and to say goodbye to everybody. And you know, that made sense. I think it was a bit overly long for what it was, but it made a whole lot of sense. So I'll give them that. And then now they're making a plan to hang out at Robin's weird unc's place to make Jonathan's snuff film, apparently. Here we are just wrapping up these adult storylines for good. And you know what? It was kind of like sad in a way. I think it would have just been more memorable if the whole season was actually good! God damn! They could have made this thing so goddamn epic, but they decided to make fluff episodes for the last season. They had such a good setup with season 4. Like, it ended so well. And we got this!
I don't like girls.
Gay! You know, these people just love ruining good things, don't they? I don't get what goes through their heads. Like, $500 million for this?
I don't like girls.
That is so gay.
Man, maybe they should have got some better writers? Or something? Because, damn, this was not good. Hopper and Joyce are having dinner and he's going full in and ordering a shit ton. You just know something's up then. Hopper says,
You raised 2 beautiful boys into incredible men.
And I thought, no, you got 1 man and a damn fruitcake!
I don't like girls.
Why are you gay?
And at least they're having a good time here. And he's like, we're not tied down anymore. And he can get a job elsewhere. And he's gonna propose to her as well. And of course this shit would happen. And Will comes in and says,
I don't like girls.
God Will, get the f out of here. He's always ruining shit. God damn. He's always ruining these good parts. F Will. Go fruitcake somewhere else. Then we got Joyce here saying yes, and these two lovers are dancing. You know, this was some good, solid shit, I would say. And it's basically all wrapping up everyone's storylines. The OG kids here are playing Dungeons and Dragons and not going to the party? What the fuck? Dustin Boy here could have slipped it in. He could have given his juices away. Why do they do that to themselves? You know, could have been splooging everywhere. He could have made the house a jizz at Stacy's. Then we got Max here, who also joins in as well, and it's in Mike's parents' basement. You know, at least they brought it full circle to when this show first started. And it looks like they're struggling to win, and Will the Fruit Sorcerer wins all of a sudden because he's a damn fruitcake! This has gotta be the Fruitcake Gang, isn't it? You know? And this is where it really all started. And Max here doesn't shut the hell up because, you know, they always gotta run their damn mouths! And Mike goes on to tell a story, and Lucas and Max are kissing her, and she wants more of that BBC! Dustin becomes a damn bookworm here, and then he runs to Steve, and you know, I honestly thought that was kind of weird. It's almost like they don't like girls. For some reason, I thought it was so funny, just the way he like books it out and runs to Steve like,
You're gay!
I guess he doesn't have it at, so I guess that makes sense in a way. But I just thought it was really funny. Mike then explains how
I don't like girls.
and now he's getting them chili dogs and being this damn homie. God, what the heck is this shit? It looks like he only cares about it getting slipped inside of him, and that's it. Is that all he has to look forward to? Is getting railed by some other fruitcakes? Like, you can't make this shit up. That's what they thought of. And that's how Will would move on. It's just getting slammed and piped, you know? Okay. Mike here goes on to tell stories as a storyteller, and they're all crying and shit about this damn mage who obviously is 11-year-old. And he goes on to say Fish Lips and Scissor Sister set up a plan so that Fish Lips girl would go invisible, and Scissor Sister made 11 show up in the upside down, and it was just a projection of her. So I guess she didn't get the bye-bye turn it off in here? Is that what it is? Did they not really want to commit to making Fish Lips get the old bye-bye turn it off? And I guess these Duffer bros or sisters here just love plot armor too damn much. And that's just the way things go with them. And then it shows 11 is somewhere off into the distance. And this queen finding a small damn town, and she's happy here. And so I guess they just really could not commit to making her go bye-bye turn it off in here. Which is kind of unfortunate that they just didn't do that. But anyway, it makes sense because it doesn't make a whole lot of sense as to how she got out there anyway in the upside down. So that's what I'm gonna go with. I think she probably is alive, let's be honest. And Max says,
This is just a theory, right?
and he's not really sure, but you know, he's probably right about it. Mike's mom here interrupts, and Will says,
I don't like girls.
Will just won't off in here, won't he? He just needs to go. He screws up everything. God damn, man. And now they're all hanging up their stories for good here. This was the actors saying goodbye to the show. And you know, it felt pretty good overall.
You're gay!
Why are you gay?
And you know what, it was pretty sad there. You know, you kind of felt it in some capacity. You're like, yeah, it's kind of sad. I think this was a decently good wrap up here. And then they had all these other kids like Derek and Holly here playing Dungeons and Dragons. And it's just mostly chicks. I thought, okay, that's obviously the Duffer sisters doing that shit. And then Mike closes the door and they're gone forever. And it ends. And then we got that hero song. And okay, that's kind of cool. Makes sense. And I thought, wow, that was actually a decent ending, to be honest. But damn, this season was such crap leading up to this. And the whole boss fight was completely rushed. I don't know what they were thinking about that. Even in Revenge of the Sith, where Anakin and Obi-Wan fight, let's do some cool shit like that, at the very least. And that 8-legged freak there just died all of a sudden. And I thought, okay, it wasn't much of a fight at all. It was almost easy for them. It was easy mode. They put Resident Evil on easy mode. Overall, this was a decent finale, but for 7 fluff episodes and Kay doing absolutely all in this show, it made no sense. I will say this season was a damn train wreck. We had fluff, plot armor galore, and what felt like a rushed ending with no Demogorgon poo-poo heads in there. That was so disappointing. I thought these things would just flood the damn abyss or something. That would have been epic as shit. But obviously, they ran out of money because they spent it all on 7 episodes of fluff. I actually really enjoyed those first few seasons or so. You know, to be honest, I actually enjoyed the first 4 seasons. They did lead up to something that was gonna be really cool, and they completely fumbled the bag with this season! This was fruitcake season! God damn! This is like the month of June where they got a whole month of fruitcakeness. They didn't even tie up the military ending, and I thought that was absolutely garbage. Why wouldn't you at least do something with that? And just introducing Kay was just fucking garbage. I could probably ramble on and on about this clusterfuck of a season, but I will say it has a decent ending for the epilogue. I do think it does have that. So I'd probably say, in my opinion, this was the strongest episode out of all of them, but also not a good episode overall. It was just kind of mediocre, I would say. Everything was basically a 6, and the rest of the show was like a 4 to a 5. So it's basically a 4 to a 5 season, which is not good. I did not enjoy this season at all. If only the other 7 episodes led to something that was awesome to this finale, I think it would have been better. But they just really fumbled the bag, and nobody gave them criticism for their shit writing here. Thanks, Duffer Sisters. This was season 5 out of 10 for absolute trash. If you guys enjoyed this, like, comment, and subscribe for
I don't like girls.
Damn it, Will! Get the f out of here! God damn it, man! This shit won't off. Even when I try to do my outro here, Will always has to say that he doesn't like girls and shit.
Just not like you guys do.
Oh, that is so gay.
And of course, if you didn't like this video, bye-bye, turn it off!
So long, gay boys.